and I want to talk to you today about what I call Zaid's joy formula. Now listen, if you're a collector, I know exactly how you feel right now. You're looking at your shelves, specifically those beautiful Labubu collections of yours, and you may feel a little twinge of regret. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, the Labubu hype was massive, right? I mean, we all chased down those early limited drops, and we all were looking at the prices. And some of you may have been thinking about how if you buy at a certain price, it will continue to go up, and then you'll flip it and resell and make more money on the back end, right? But here we are, and we find ourselves a few months later, and it feels almost like the momentum has stalled. Those prices seem to have cooled down on the secondary market, and maybe, just maybe, the feeling of overpaying a little bit has set in. Look, here's what you need to know. The collecting community moves fast. When one designer toy craze cools, the next one starts to heat up. And whether it's another blind box series or an entirely new format, what you will find is that trends go on. And if you are a trend hopper, you will find yourself being heartbroken. You may even feel like you bought the wrong thing, or worse, it may make you want to quit the hobby of collecting altogether. I'm here to tell you, do not quit. It's just noise. The real reason you start collecting has nothing to do with price. It has nothing to do with trends. It has everything to do with joy. And I want to talk to you today about what I call Zaid's joy formula, or more accurately, why we collect. The reason why this hobby is so addictive is because it is an emotional thing. The Zaid's joy formula is a 4-part dopamine cycle that no spreadsheet can ever measure. It doesn't matter what the trends are. It doesn't matter what the people out there are telling you. You are not influenced easily. Ultimately, what it talks about is the relationship between yourself and the things that you find that bring you joy. So, there are 4 hits here, like I said. The first hit is the joy of buying. That electric anticipation when you finally place the order, or when you walk into the store and you find it on the shelf and you take it. Whether it's a Labubu or another designer toy, you've made a decision to bring art into your home, and that high is immediate, my friends. The next hit is, of course, the joy of unboxing. This is a big one, right? So that sealed blind box, the mystery, the gamble, all of that together. That movement where you tear off the tape and you start to reveal the figure, that is a pure, unadulterated rush. This, my friends, is the heart of the hobby. Now, that there is where a lot of people lose it, right? It's like once you get that thrill and then there's that joy, you sort of like, okay, where do we go from here? Well, I gotta tell you that there's actually still 2 more parts to the formula, right? And this is what I want to break down for you. The next hit is, of course, the joy of displaying, curating your space, mixing your Labubu with other figures, creating a visual narrative that is uniquely you. That, my friends, is a validation of your taste. And that is beautiful, right? The next one, the 4th hit, is of course the joy of trading. This, my friends, is about community. The moment you find someone else who needs your duplicate or who has a piece that you're missing, there's a connection that's created there, right? For many of us, collecting is an extension of ourselves, an extension of expression, as it were. And when you find a shared reality that you can build with others just like you, that's a magical thing, and it should not be understated. Which brings me to my TED Talk moment. Going beyond the hype. I want to put it out to you, right, that if your Labubu is still bringing you that 3rd hit, the joy of displaying, the original secondary market price doesn't matter anymore. You bought it for the joy it delivers to you now, not for future value. But maybe you want something new. The world of collectible blind boxes is huge, my friends. Every single day, there are new lines being introduced here in South Africa through the authorized retailers. What I want you to do is to go out there and find your unique form of expression. Find the line that brings you joy. And when you're doing it, look for quality. Look for that high quality feel and vibe, that deft sculpt work I always talk about, that defines a great vinyl figure if that's your thing. Look for the plushie that makes you feel like a little child again, that brings that fire and that excitement back to you. If whatever it is you're collecting brings that for you, then it ignites the joy formula at the purchase price and you're good, you're fine. That's the true value, guys. That said, there is a cautionary note here. Remember that this hobby is personal. Don't let hype cycles or the flip market talk ever take you away from your unboxing joy. While you may find that some people are dropping their collectibles left, right, and center, all that means is that it's another opportunity for you to fill out gaps in your collection. Don't think of it as, if everyone is getting rid of their stuff, maybe I should get rid of my stuff too, because what in case I can't flip it later? No, if that's why you got into it, that's entirely up to you, but it's not part of the joy formula, so it doesn't really make sense to me. All I'm saying is just be smart about your spending and buy what you love, because if you buy what you love, you won't be despondent if it doesn't pan out for you later. I think that's fair comment. And hey, listen, let me know in the comments below if you agree with what I'm saying or if the stuff I'm saying just doesn't make sense at all. I'd like to hear from you. But until then, if you are looking to fill those gaps in your blind box collection, or maybe you just ready to start exploring that new designer toy line, well, you're in luck. Black Friday is literally around the corner, and this is always the best time to find amazing deals from authorized retailers. It's the perfect opportunity to kickstart your own joy formula cycle without the worry of overpaying. Like I said, be responsible when you're doing it, and to help you on that journey, I am going to be releasing more content very soon, which dives into some of the best practices, some of the specific deals I find that I think would be pretty swell for you to get in on. And I want to make sure you don't miss that. So be sure to hit that follow button right now and subscribe if you haven't. And check the descriptions down below for links to trusted places to buy. That being said, my friends, I wish you joy. That's what I wish for you in your collector journey. I'll chat to you soon.